What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of 3 at 3. I'm your host, Andrew Caley, and this is your best source for daily NBA player prop picks. Now, today is an interesting day. We've just got two games on the board, but both of them should be pretty good as we've got the Nets taking on the Sixers in the blockbuster trade showdown, and we've got two MVP candidates going head to head as Steph Curry battles Nikola Jokic when the Nuggets take on the Warriors. But despite only being two games, there's still plenty of room for value to be found in the player prop market. And we're going to start with a guard. We're going to go with Tyrese Maxey to go over 17 and a half points for the big trade game, of course, here between the Sixers and Nets. Now, obviously, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Joel Embiid, and James Harden are the big names here in this game. But it's Maxey, a support player, who has benefited, I think, maybe the most from this big blockbuster trade. Many were wondering, myself included, who was going to be negatively affected by the trade with Harden coming over from Brooklyn to Philly. But the opposite has happened to Maxey. He's actually benefited from Harden opening up the floor for him here. He's gone from averaging 17.6 points, shooting 42.3% from three-point range, which is pretty good, mind you, to 23.5 points and a ridiculous 61.3% from beyond the arc since Harden has started suiting up for the Sixers. Now, obviously, those shooting numbers probably won't keep up. Like that's a ridiculous shooting percentage from three-point range. But as long as Harden is there and Embiid is there and they're running that two-man game, Maxey is going to get opportunities and open looks for this matchup and going forward. Now his total hit the board at 17 and a half for this matchup. He's landed on that number. He's landed on 17 exactly the last two games. But he went over it and had at least 21 points in the first four games with Harden in the fold. And while the Nets numbers defensively overall are okay, they rank 20th in the NBA when it comes to points allowed to opposing guards. And with Harden likely to get the bulk of the attention from the Nets backcourt defenders, Maxey will be in position once again to go over this number. So we like over 17 and a half points for Maxey here. Now let's jump from a Sixers guard to a Nets one as we take Kyrie Irving to go over 24 and a half points. So after the trade, obviously there was a bunch of rumors that came out so between Irving and Harden. Apparently they clashed when it came to offensive philosophy, and Harden was also concerned about what Irving's availability was going to be come playoff time. So Irving's probably going to be a little motivated coming into this one to show Harden that he made the wrong choice wanting to get out of Brooklyn. Doesn't hurt that Kyrie is red hot right now, too. Obviously, he's coming off a career game where he scored 50 points on just 19 shots. Like, that is one of the most incredible stats you'll ever hear. Plus, he's averaging 32.3 points per game on 49.6% shooting over his last six games, eclipsing the point total of 24 and a half 5 times over that stretch. And he's done it against pretty decent defenses for the most part. That includes like the Nuggets, the Heat, and the Bucks. So we're betting on him to have another big game here tonight and go over the 24 and a half points here. And we close with Kevon Looney over 8.5 rebounds when the Warriors visit the Nuggets. Now, it's the big MVP matchup, and we're going with a Kevon Looney rebounding prop. I know that's a little funny, particularly because the Kevon Looney rebounding prop train has definitely slowed down a bit lately, but I'm still willing to jump on board one more time, particularly because of the matchup and the fact that we're getting plus money for the prop. Looney obviously has put in more work on the boards ever since Draymond Green went down with his back injury in early July. And that's been a 29-game stretch without Green now. And over those 29 games, Looney is averaging 9.3 rebounds per game, but there is a quite drastic split in those numbers. In the first 15 games, he was pulling down 10.9 rebounds per game. In the last 14, that's down to just 7.4. But like I said, it's the matchup with the Nuggets and the plus money again that I like here. Obviously, the Nuggets have one of the best rebounders in the NBA in Jokic, and he plays a lot of minutes. So to me, that means that Looney is going to have to play a few more minutes as well. The Warriors just don't have a lot of big man bodies behind Looney at this point. And if they want to stay competitive on the glass in this game, he's going to have to play a few more minutes here. Plus, Looney also pulled down 11 rebounds and 9 rebounds in 2 games against the Nuggets over this 29-game stretch. So I think he can get there tonight. It might just sneak over. 9 might be the number we're looking for here, but over 8.5 rebounds for Looney tonight. Okay, guys, so to quickly recap, we're going Tyrese Maxey over 17.5 points. We're going Kyrie Irving over 24.5 points, and Kevon Looney over 8.5 rebounds. That's it for 3 at 3 today. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.